sorry. We're good? Hello everyone, I'm Alex. I'm here in Doha alongside Jamie Maclaren. How are you? You good?
Good morning, Alex. Yeah, very good, very good.
What time is it? It is now 9:34. How are you finding the weather? I know Melbourne's been horrible weather-wise lately. Are you enjoying the sun?
Yeah, I am. It's obviously been a sort of home away from home Qatar for us, so
Yeah.
we know what it's like. It's a lovely place. We've got a great facility, and the weather is especially really nice at night time now. There's no excuses. The humidity is a little bit, but in terms of how we're being looked after is great in this facility. Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate. The location itself and distance to the stadium, everything is amazing. Are you a sunset early guy, or do you like the sun to set later? I know here, sort of towards winter, so the sun's setting around 6 p.m. But are you a later sunset guy?
Well, we got daylight savings in Melbourne, don't we? So
Yeah.
we like to obviously sit out in your al fresco and enjoy 9 p.m. and it's still light. So I'd say a sun setting quite late.
I know I only asked that because I think Simba, who everyone doesn't know, is your beloved fur child. Yeah, how is he doing? Is he doing well? Is he missing the walks?
I think he's missing the walks, but normally we're up at 5:30 every morning.
Yeah.
I do an hour and then I drive to Casey, so he won't be getting those 5:30 wake-up calls, but
Bit of a sleep-in.
He's definitely using my side of the bed. The wife tells me that, so I don't think he wants me home anytime soon.
We've got a few questions here from the fans, and thank you so much to everyone for sending them through. So if you want for future episodes on Twitter, Instagram, or on Facebook, send away some questions. And the ones that have come through today for you, Jamie.
Yes.
So the first one, you ready for this? Also,
ready.
first of all, what was the... this is my question, actually. Your coffee has caused a lot of people asking this question. So what is the magic?
It's a bit of I've set a few trends here as well with the staff and some players. She's here behind me, but she explained it's a double ristretto filled up with probably 3/4 of a cup like this of milk. So almost technically a 3/4 flat white.
Who
so
inspired you for that? Like,
Eva, my wife.
Yeah?
Well, she found out about it, and then we had it because I love my flat whites, and then to cut down on the milk.
Okay.
We went for that. So yeah, pretty setting a trend here. Like I said, there's probably about 5 or 6 players that are onto it now.
I haven't tried it, so I definitely will try it. Thank you so much to Alexia for being a superstar for that. And we'll start off with the questions. So Marco Antonio on Twitter asked, what is the secret to you scoring so many goals?
I think there's a lot of factors. I think belief, positioning, my teammates, coaching staff, a lot of boxes are ticked. But as a young kid, I've always wanted to put myself in the best position possible. I know I'm probably not the sexiest type player in terms of skills and all that sort of stuff, but I put myself in the right position. I believe in myself and know that some situations will pan out. But yeah, it's the same old cliche, hard work. I put myself in these positions, and you know, some fans might not like to see the tap-ins, but they're the best goals for me, and I'm that guy that's always there sniffing around.
Callum Thompson on Twitter asked, what's your favourite goal you have scored for the Socceroos? Now, for a bit of context, of course, me taking photos at games. Can I ask also, why don't you celebrate in front of me?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think we're not a magnet at the moment. We just need to.
Well, as long as you're scoring the goals, though. So, what is your favourite goal, though, in the green and gold?
It's a good question. I think there's every goal that I've managed to score for the Socceroos has been truly a dream, whether it's been friendlies or games. You know, the first one sticks out. That was at the Asian Cup. It was a header off a Tommy Rogic cross, and we scored the very similar goal against Vietnam, where he crossed it from the inside and managed to get the head onto it. So a lot of goals they stick out, but yeah, to play for this country is the greatest honour, and yeah, hopefully there's many more goals to come, and I'll be trying my best to do that.
Cindy on Twitter asked, what's the feeling like in Qatar? How does it feel in the camp, but also as an atmosphere of the crew?
Yeah, well, like I said before, we're very fortunate that we've got this facility. We feel as if it's probably too big for us, how big it is, but we're all together. We don't see anyone other than Aussies, which is also nice too, because you're always stuck as a family. And like I said, we've got this cafe, we've got a meal room, 2 meal rooms actually, social room, so there's a lot happening, and boys are going in and out playing PlayStation, pool, table tennis, so it's a great feel, very similar to the one we had in Russia, to be honest. So you know, we're spoiled, I'll put it that way.
Would you consider playing in Europe? And if the right offer came, that's from Joey Harburg.
Consider playing in Europe?
Yeah, so the question is basically, would you consider playing in Europe again?
Oh, look, to be honest, it's always, those things are always out of my hands. But, I've done, 6 to 7 years outside of Australia, and every time I've, played outside, it's been great. But I'm a Melbourne City player, and like I said, ever since I've come back, I think my decision to rejoin the A-League has been justified. I'm on track to try and do something special, not only for myself, but for this football club. And yeah, long may that continue. I've got a year and a half left on my deal, and it's great. And success, you want to be a part of successful teams, and that's what we are.
Got a question here from a Hibs fan. Fraser Anderson has asked on Instagram, favourite Hibs goal? I know I remember that celebration you did, and I've always asked for those ones at City, but yeah, what's your favourite Hibs goal?
Look, I'll take out the Rangers ones because they were special, but the Edinburgh derby on a Friday night, I remember getting a long throw, controlled it with my chest, turned Christoph Berra, and then just put it in the bottom corner, and then myself, Boyley, John McGinn, and guys like that were celebrating. So a Friday night, Edinburgh derby at Easter Road. Good
choice. Lennox Patrick Football had asked on Instagram, what's your favourite Subway?
The Italian BMT would be the favourite, toasted of course with some cheese, and you could throw in a few cookies if the skin folds are going well. But
what kind of cookie?
Oh, the M&Ms.
Oh, really?
By a mile. Yeah,
M&Ms guy?
By a mile, mate. By a mile.
Oh, well, look, if this question was, well, what's your worst cookie choice, then I would have agreed with you there. But PSC Vintage asked, which teammate has the worst taste in music? There's a few.
Worst taste in music? You know what? Not too many boys have put their neck on the line for the speaker. Whenever we have put music on, it's been very good. I think Bailey's had his phone on once or twice and been really good. Awar and Dengi and Garang have the rap music, which is what I listen to as well. So, yeah, not too many have stood out to be bad. It's more in a positive light.
Favourite player when you were a kid? And that was asked by Amelia Maroney. I know you have a few.
Yeah, I've got a few. Michael Owen sticks out just purely because we're very similar. He was an unbelievable goal scorer, but he was sharp, he was small, and he used what God gave him, which he wasn't blessed with height, but he was able to get in behind defences and cause havoc. And that's something that ever since I knew that I wasn't going to grow much bigger than 5'8", then you had to use your prowess in some other way. So I'd say that he's the one that sticks out.
We're getting some live questions here. So Nico on YouTube has asked, who was your Premier League boyhood club? Now, I'm only asking this because we all know the answer, but yeah, tell the fans.
I think every time I tell someone it's Aston Villa, they're shocked. They're expecting a Man United or a Chelsea, and it's Aston Villa. That was my first ever jersey, and supported them ever since. And I'm a diehard fan, and like I said, I've got an old teammate in John McGinn who now is the skipper of Aston Villa, and follow them even more, which is great to see. It's a huge club.
What striker do you look up and take inspiration from past? That was by Jezza1244.
As I started to get more into the professional scene, it was guys like Aguero, and when I was at Blackburn in the academy, we actually played Fleetwood, and Jamie Vardy was playing, and he was playing for them, and even just his movement. And sometimes I think even Haaland's gone on record to say when the number 10 has the ball, who makes the best runs, and he watches videos of Jamie Vardy, and I think that's fairly similar to me. He's always on the move. He's always trying to get in positions when his teammates have the ball. And for example, we played Newcastle on the weekend, and the minute Tilio received the ball, I wasn't even looking at Tills. I was making sure I can get in behind or try and get in a position where I can score a tap in, which fans don't like, but get in position to get behind Jordan Elsey, and it's a killer ball. It's hard to track, and you've got to be on the move and help your teammates. And yeah, so Jamie Vardy he sticks out as well.
It's always the salty tears that inspire you to score more, yeah?
Oh yeah, that motivates me. Keep calling them tap-ins, I love it.
Sorry to everyone listening to, of course, on the lives, the sound in the background, we can't stop. Everyone wants their coffee. And of course, we've got a question here from Elena Stojewska. He asked, how good is Alexia's coffee?
Oh, very good. It's Melbourne level. So she's getting there, and all the boys are very, very lucky to have her here, because normally we're just a press of a button of an espresso machine, but now we are, like I said, we're spoiled in this facility, and to have a barista like Alexia here is amazing. And yeah, there'll be a few more to come today. We're
getting lots of live questions. We've got time for these? All right, so the questions are rolling through. Yeah, there's heaps. It's hard to choose anything. You want to choose yourself? I know.
I'll let you choose, mate.
Well, of course, there's the most iconic World Cup moment for you. I know you're someone who's passionate about the game when it comes to boots, when it comes to jerseys. But for you, I know when it comes to World Cup, I'm not sure if Sunbury had much reception back in the days. But what was your favourite iconic World Cup moment? I think either in the green and gold, like watching, or even external, like elsewhere.
Yeah, right. I'll probably do two.
Yeah.
The Ronaldo when he scored against Germany, it was a toe poke when he had that famous fringe haircut. I think that sticks
OG
out.
Ronaldo.
That's how I remember, watching that as a really young kid. I think it would have been eight or nine. Mm-hmm. And then going on to play with a guy like Brett Holman at Brisbane, who did score 2 goals in the 2010 World Cup, was special. So to be around a guy like Bretto and to see how humble he was coming to Brisbane Roar and being my number 10, so to speak, and those moments, I remember he just hit the ball against Serbia from outside the box, across the face, and he did that a few times with Brisbane Roar as well.
Fun fact about Ronaldo, his original shirt when he started in Brazil, it was Ronaldinho, and then he changed it.
Was it really?
Yeah, there's a...
Inho, does that mean like junior or something?
I think it's a way of saying
so.
a small one. So last question here, and of course I know you're someone who really dedicates to the mind and body. Someone here, Isabella Marifota, has asked, what is your daily routine? Whether it's game day or just keeping fit and keeping mentally fit.
Yeah, we've got a great physio staff here and medical staff here as well. But if I was just going off a day to day, it would be I like to get on the Pilates reformer. You realise as you get older, your body's not getting any younger. So Pilates reformer, stretching, ice baths, hot baths, making sure you're getting a lot of flush through the massages, and basically just switching off, going into games calm. People probably think I listen to really hard music before games, but I'm actually a Michael Jackson or someone really chilled, just to go into games level-headed and with a bit of clarity. So, just making sure I'm a bit of zen.
I'm going to try and ask 2 more little short questions. I did get a staff member quickly who asked, favourite staff member quickly off the bat, just one word.
Kirsten.
And then someone here, Caleb Ryan, has asked Ronaldo or Messi. I know it's a tough one.
Look, I'm going to say Ronaldo purely because he plays centre forward now, and Messi is someone who does things that I would only dream about. Ronaldo scores goals inside the 6-yard box, and some of his movements fantastic. But to compare both of them is mental. They're both aliens 100%. In my eyes.
Thank you to everyone for watching our lives, and we'll do a lot more episodes. Thank you to Jamie for coming in today. Stay tuned. We'll have a lot more. Make sure to subscribe on Instagram, TikTok, and on Facebook, and we'll see you in future episodes.
Get your magics.
Get your magics.
So the Socceroos have gone back to back to back to back to back.
A 5th consecutive World Cup.
Our boys found a way.
Never ever write off the Socceroos.
We've been on many journeys, taken our own unique paths. But this story is never done. One squad, one World Cup, one jersey. Our turn to give it 100 once again.